Sly 3 is one of the video games of all time, and I decided it was going to be my next platinum trophy. Now you are probably wondering, where are the first two games platinums? Well, I did a little off-camera mining, and by off-camera mining, I mean I platinumed those games before I even started making YouTube videos. Is this quite possibly the greatest platinum trophy to ever exist? We will be answering this question in this video. Loading into the first level, you probably are asking the same question that I am. What is with these black borders on my screen? I was like, there is no way I can't get this game to fit my entire screen in the year of our Lord 2025. I then found the widescreen setting, and I was so relieved that this exists. Sly is looking a little stretched, but it's a lot better than that tiny screen I was dealing with. This right here is Dr. M, the main villain of this game. And this is a random elephant that Dr. M poisoned because he didn't change the security code from 123. Rest in peace, random elephant. Dr. M was not a big fan of us trying to enter our own vault and started chasing us out of the place. He even used his big monster to capture Bentley, but him being our best friend, we were not letting that slide. We may have saved Bentley, but at what cost? Well, we died. Game over. You see, Sly 3 is a unique game as that you play most of it as a flashback as you get gripped to death by this monster. So how did we get into this situation? Let's take it back all the way to the beginning. Our first mission was to get Murray back in the squad as he blamed himself for not saving Bentley's legs in Sly 2. He was hiding out in Venice and we had to find out why he was here. We start our search at the local police station to see if our favorite hippo was already arrested. Although we didn't find Murray, we found one of the coolest villains of all time. This is Dimitri, and his nightclub theme gets me grooving. We strike a deal with Dimitri to break him out of his cell, and in return he will help us find Murray. We had to sneak to the other side of the PD, grabbed the cell key, and made our way back to break him free. The next part of the plan was to distract the guards and the lovely Carmelita Fox. Carmelita acts like she hates us, but she secretly wants our death. After being chased across town, we are saved by our good friend Murray. Murray has found a life of peace and was sent here by the guru to make the black water run pure. Whatever the hell that means. It turns out a guy named Don Octavio was causing this issue, and if we wanted Murray back on the team, we needed to stop this man. While sneaking into his opera house, we get a message asking if we want to play this mission in 3D. I checked my original PS2 copy and the 3D glasses weren't in there, but I figured, hey, why not? Let's try it with the 3D on. Boy, was this a big mistake. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. The screen was so blurry and it couldn't have been more than 20 frames per second. I wanted to turn it off, but it would have reset the level, so I just sucked it up and powered my way all the way to the computer, defeated all the enemies, and made my way out of that place. I will make sure to never make that mistake again. Our next mission was to help out the local police by becoming professional photographers and capturing the Don polluting the waters around the city. I'm really not sure how they never caught him in the act, considering he just walks up to these valves out in the open and turns them on. During my photo shoot, I also got my first trophy for pickpocketing 5 pieces of loot off guards. You know, I didn't really hate the Don until he flooded this aquarium and killed all the fish. I know you can't see any fish, but trust me, it is loaded with them, and now they're all dead. It turns out Octavio has been using this Ferris wheel to pump the tar in the water, and apparently he thinks by doing this, people will want to see his opera recital.
Oh, what a loser!
With the help of Bentley, we destroy the Ferris wheel and put a wrench into his plans, but the job is not done as we have to make sure the recital doesn't happen in the first place. The next thing we did was use a disguise so we can break into local establishments to find the blueprints for the underground tar pumps. I have got to say, Sly makes a great looking guard. I had to give the guards a password to take over their shifts so I can let Bentley inside to crack all the safes. After doing this at 3 different locations, we had what we needed to find the tar pumps. Next up, we employed Murray to destroy all the drums of tar around the city by turning into a meteor, and supported our local fireworks stand by delivering payloads of fireworks to all of Octavio's balloons advertising his recital. It was now time for Operation Tar Be Gone. We carelessly blew up all of the tar pumps with Bentley's bombs, showed up to Octavio's recital and had a sing-off. And after beating him at his own hobby, we had Murray beat the life out of him. Is there anything you would like to say, Don Octavio? Subscribe to the two-piece. Next level, we were heading to Australia because we needed permission from Murray's guru to officially let him back into the gang. But unfortunately, the guru was missing. I climbed all the way up to his cave, but he wasn't there. I made my way all the way to his tent, but he wasn't there either. Oh my god, he's dead. The miners killed him. After making my way up to the miners' camp on the other side of town, we found the guru being held captive, but he won't leave until he has his gear back. Yeah, sure, man, whatever you say. After jumping over all of the drills and killing all of the guards, we got the guru his moonstone, and all we needed was his staff. To get his staff, we pretty much did the same thing, but in a different cave. Next, it was time to drive the miners out of this town, so it was time for the big monster truck. Our plan was to collect these red scorpions so we can release them to attack the miners. We can't use the blue ones, but we can run them over to cool down our tires. After collecting enough scorpions, we released them on the miners, and the miners were no more. The only thing we had left to do was to free the guru, and we actually get to play as this legend. The guru can turn himself into props and can control people's minds and their actions. We then used his mind control to drive these guards into the drills and this generator. We then showed up at the local lemonade bar, challenged all the remaining miners to a lemonade contest, and then after we beat them, we killed them all to assert our dominance. There was an enemy that walked in wearing the Mask of Dark Earth, which makes the user angry and more powerful, but after defeating him, the mask got away. We then had to use this claw to protect Murray so he can very carefully collect radioactive oil for future operations. Very carefully. To mess with the guards even more, we started feeding them to this hungry crocodile. We had to feed him both types of guards, but I'm not really sure if he had a preference. After he was full from all those guards, we then had to feed him a single musket guard. Could the mask finally be destroyed? No, it got away again. Everything's fine because now it's time for Operation Moon Crash. We had the guru ram guards into the helicopter and then tried having Murray drop in and destroy the mask, but it found its way to Carmelita. She just turned a little angry, I guess. Yes, I know, my aim is so bad. It's because the controls were inverted and I didn't feel like changing them. After ripping the mask off her face, it was finally destroyed when the police decided to open fire on it. I guess it was just that easy the whole time. Our next level was to get an RC specialist on the crew, and who other than Bentley's online lover, Penelope. She says she will join the team if we can beat her boss, the Black Baron, in a flying combat competition. We had to find the flight rosters so we would know which team's planes to mess with, and who else to ask than our good friend Dimitri. After talking to the guy, we persuade him to tell us that the flight roster can be found in the Baron's flight hangar in exchange for an IOU in the future. Oh, and if you listen closely, you can hear his hit song playing in the building. After climbing the Baron's plane hangar and helping out Bentley by catapulting him inside, we had the flight roster we needed and the destruction could commence. With these flight logs, we know we are facing Team Iceland and Team Belgium. They each have 15 planes against our one, but with the power of friendship, we will not be defeated. Our main plan was to frame each team of sabotaging each other. So the first step is we needed Murray to distract this guard with some comedy so Bentley could steal a Belgian hanky. I tried impersonating the Baron. I tried hitting him with some intellectual humor.
Doc! I need help! Hey!
The fist down the throat trick always works. I then broke into the Iceland supply truck and planted the hanky to make it look like the Belgians were at fault. I then had to quietly sneak past a bunch of sleeping Icelanders to steal one of their helmets, but this stack of cards was calling my name.
I gotta do it, man.
After stealing the helmet, we had Murray head over to the Belgium hangar to destroy one of the planes and plant the helmet on it. In the middle of all this commotion, another team tried sabotaging our plane, but it was only mugshot, so we killed his crew and rammed him with whatever this thing is a few times. There was also this section where we had to use Penelope's RC chopper to kill other goons trying to destroy our hangar. This was kind of annoying because the grapple seemed to fly in the direction your chopper was going, so you would miss the enemies most of the time. It was now time for the semi-finals, and I don't think the framing worked at all because both of these teams seemed to be targeting me the entire time. After taking down 25 planes, we were moving on to the finals to take on the Black Baron himself. To beat the Baron, we had to be the ones to put the final blow on him, so we had to take out the only enemy that could stop us, Mugshot. We had Bentley waltz into the place, insulted his mother, and he agreed to strangle us in the town square. We then had Sly bring Carmelita there as well, so we can get Mugshot arrested. A brilliant plan. We then had the Guru ride this giant wolf and murder some of the Baron's pilots, so there would be less of them in the finals. We had one more thing to do before the finals, and that was for Bentley to hack into the aircraft control tower. This involved climbing the windmills and hacking into them by playing this minigame that reminds me of something I would play on Cool Math. It was now time for Operation Turbo Dominant Eagle. After putting tracker devices on all the war blimps and destroying the Baron's communications, it was time to take down the Baron once and for all. Well, not really, because after destroying his plane, he jumped onto a new one for a proper fistfight. After taking out his goons and smacking him in the face a few times, it was time to find out who the Baron really was. And it was Penelope this whole time? She agreed to join our crew and to ditch the life of the Black Baron, and it was now time for the next level. We needed a demolition expert, and who else but the Panda King? The Panda King left his life of crime and became a monk high up in the mountains, and it was our job to reel him back in. I climbed my way up to his perch, and the Guru led us into his mind so we can break him out of his meditation. I am also a big fan of boss fights where the guy calls out every move he's about to do. After a few sequences of fighting and chatting with the Panda King, we convinced him to stop hating us and he agreed to join the team. First, we had to rescue his daughter, who was kidnapped and was set to be married to this idiot. After breaking into this building and hacking into another computer, we had all of the data for the wedding. Next up, Bentley was to put on a disguise and convince the guy to become his wedding planner.
I'm ready with my coffee.
He didn't want our services, but he was looking for a wedding photographer. I think I know just the right person for the job. We had to show the general our portfolio, so we started taking pictures of all the guards. Wow, what a great looking couple. The general loved my portfolio and decided to hire us for the wedding. Murray then got a little sidetracked and found us our beloved team van. Penelope helped us bring it to land, and then we had to protect Murray as he dragged it back to the safe house. Great news, guys. While doing all of this, General Sal stole our team computer. We need to get this back before he goes through the search history. Well, since he stole our computer, we might as well steal his to make it fair. After going through his computer that he just left here on this table, we found out where he was hiding and used the Guru's powers to walk across the sky. He was hiding in this bamboo forest, which had this cool mechanic where you could switch directions while flying in the air. After smacking him up a few times, we took this fight to the ground to cook him some more. He then gave us back our computer that he just kept in his pocket for some reason. He got away, but we still needed to stop this wedding. We stole the wedding fireworks and used some of our own to stop these vampires. We then destroyed the vampire crypts, and I honestly don't know why we didn't just do that first, but whatever. It was now time for Operation Wedding Crasher. We used Penelope's RC car to disable the building security. Then we were put on vase duty while the Panda King tunneled to his daughter, and used Bentley's grapple cam to lure Carmelita to the palace to arrest the general while we make an escape with his bride. He wasn't giving up though, cause he summoned a dragon to try and stop us, but we made light work of that as well. And I just realized after ending this chapter, but you never actually get to see the Panda King's daughter, only a silhouette of her. The next episode, Dimitri decided to cash in on that favor we owed him to help him recover his uncle's loot and diving equipment stolen by Black Spot Pete, which means it was time to become pirates. After meeting up with this geezer, he refused to talk to us because we didn't look like pirates, so it was time to steal some pirate equipment. We first lured this chonk by hitting some trees and killing him with an anchor to steal his eye patch, somehow stealth stole this rat's peg leg, and then chased this dog until he gave us his hat. Returning to Black Spot Pete, we then had a 5-minute insult competition before we could discuss treasure.
You're a sheep-brained, clam-tongued bag of vomit.
You're a bleeding, barnacle-backed piece of filth.
After all this insult trading, he told me we can find the treasure at Dagger Island. So Bentley and Penelope worked on stealing the treasure map while Sly and Bentley were busy stealing a boat. With both of these in our possession, it was time to get back Dimitri's treasure. After reaching the island and following this treasure map, we found the chest containing the diving equipment. And then this guy Lafouille shows up and steals Penelope, so it was now time for another rescue mission. The rest of this level took place riding on this boat, which I wasn't really a big fan of. The first thing we did was take out a few of Lafouille's mercenaries by hopping on board their vessels and killing their captains. Next, Dimitri put his diving equipment to use by grabbing some upgrades to our ship. We needed to ground hammerhead shark bones, which I'm pretty sure is a severe wildlife crime, but it's okay, there's no guards here to catch us. We then needed to recruit Crusher from the deep, aka a giant squid, and what better way to get on someone's good side than to bombard them with fireworks and shooting cannonballs into its eyes. And then thanks to the help of the Guru's mind powers, he agreed to join the team. Oh, and he stole the Guru. It was time for one more operation, Reverse Double Cross. We assaulted Lafouille's ship and got him to reveal that Penelope was being held at Skull Keep. After making my way up there, we find out that it was a trap and Penelope was under the ship deck the whole time. Crusher then made his triumphant return to help us rescue Penelope by crushing all the pirates while Bentley just stands here and does nothing, I guess. With Penelope now saved, she challenges Lafouille to a 1v1 and absolutely smokes him in the duel. With the crew now assembled, it was time to head back to Cane Island to enter the Cooper Vault. Like I said, everything you just watched was basically a flashback while we got gripped to death by this monster, and who better to save us than Carmelita? After freeing Sly's cane from this buoy and chasing it all the way to Dr. M, we killed the fish he was riding, but he kinda just swam away with a cane. We then used Penelope's RC car to destroy the radar towers to disable the missile turrets, and used Sly and his plane to destroy them. Dr. M then made another appearance in a flying fish, and we took him down as well. Honestly, this last level so far has been disappointing as it's mostly just all minigames. We were then finally inside the vault, which was definitely the highlight of this level. You got to see the shrines of all the Cooper gang members that came before us and all the loot they stole. Also, while I was in here, I got this trophy for removing 30 cobwebs. Back at the vault entrance that Bentley and Murray were defending, our good friend Dr. M showed up once more and we used the treasure around the room to plant on him to explode. Sly eventually shows up and it was now time for the final duel with this guy. I wasn't sure what I had to do, but I figured out I had to pull him down out of the air and smack him up a few times. After beating him, I got this amazing cutscene where I was just a big ball of fire, and then eventually, I just wasn't there. Carmelita then wanted one final shot with him, and now he was officially dead. Sly then pulled the old, I don't know who you are or who I am, and then she helped us escape. The game was now finally beat, but the most important part is that we finally got that date with Carmelita. Now you are probably wondering, where are all the trophies? Most of the trophies revolve around beating every mission's Master Thief challenges and doing other obscure things in the game. Most of the thief challenges were just very easy, like not taking a lot of damage or completing a mission within a time limit. It also did add a treasure hunt to every level, which was pretty fun, I guess. I'm not going to show you any of these really because they were trivial and I think my dog could beat these expert challenges. So here's all these trophies. And now here's a compilation of all the other miscellaneous trophies. I got this trophy for getting caught by the guards wearing every disguise. This one for defeating 3 guards with water traps. Attacked 3 guards with the same possessed guard. Grabbed some tail. Defeated 5 guards while being in a ball. Destroyed 5 signs as Carmelita. Became one with the satellite dish. Murdered an innocent guard with a plane. Beat Mugshot by not taking any damage by cheesing him in this corner. defeated General Sal without taking any damage, reached the bounce house with Murray by bouncing up there, defended Murray with my life to make sure he took no damage while saving the van. I then had to achieve the rank of Dread Pirate while out at sea. I thought this couldn't be too bad. Well, you get 1 point for destroying ships and 2 points for taking them over, and you need 90 points total to get to this rank. So for like the next hour, I was just sitting here raiding pirate ships, killing their captain. I then broke open 4 chests as Dimitri, defeated Crusher without taking any damage, got a message on this computer in the vault, and got through the entire vault without taking any damage. Pickpocketed loot with all 3 of the characters. I then defeated 5 guards with 5 different Murray power-ups, put 5 bombs in guards' pockets. I then had to buy all of the power-ups in the game, and I was short a lot of coins, so it was back to my favorite level, the pirate level, to grind out destroying pirate ships for another 30 minutes. And the last thing I did was I had to look at every episode's art gallery. A pretty anticlimactic way to get a platinum, but we'll take it. To rate this platinum trophy, I'd probably give it a B. It could have gotten an A, but getting 90 points on the pirate ship is just torture. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next platinum video.